This is a late summer, early autumn practice where the warm weather is still with us. However, autumn is starting to make her presence felt. Beautiful sunshiny morning here. I'm going to start with bamboo in the wind. And I'm really taking beautiful deep breaths here through the soles of my feet, up through the entire body to the crown of the head, and then releasing on the exhalation back into the earth. Any energy that I'm happy to let go of. You can do this as many times as you like, as many times as you need, as many times as you want during any given day. I'm moving now into Wuji stance, this beautiful foundational Qi Gong stance, which we come back to again and again during our practice. And it is a limitless posture. It means nothing purpose. And from this point, we open the Qi gates. Yin on the way up, the in-breath. Yang as we move down the center of the body, also known as the Tai Chi axis. The yin is light and floaty. The yang is powerful. You may not be able to see it here, but on a yin in-breath, I'm very light, but then on a yang, I'm pressing. There's some pressure and some strength in my yang exhalation and the accompanying movements of my arms or legs. And so I'm going to start with a form that has been called widening perspective. And I think this is something that we all need to think about. So we bring the arms up here to the ears and breathe from this point and then start to rotate. I'm breathing in as I'm facing the front and then exhaling as I gently rotate at the waist. And I'm looking as far away as I possibly can, far off into the horizon. We are becoming a species that don't get many opportunities to exercise our eye muscles, to focus on far away locations, because we are inside so much. We spend so much time inside. So this widening perspective is metaphorical for widening our mindset, our point of view, but also really actually quite important physically to make sure that we are widening our lens, widening our view. I'm shifting the weight from leg to leg there. This widening perspective becomes this beautiful form that we do a lot in Qi Gong. It has a lot of different names. I've heard it called twisting bear, constant bear, knocking on the door of life. You can call it whatever you like. You can move your head with this beautiful waist rotation, or you can keep your head reasonably still, looking forward. We want to always be staying within what our body wants and needs on any given day. And if anything is strained or hurts, then that is a very clear sign to modify, to bring it right back. Coming back into Wuji. And now just making contact with the earth here. allowing the palms of my hands to breathe up the energy from the earth, and then exhale down. And I'm going to now do a form that helps us to remember that we live on a rotating planet. Things are changing all the time. And we do well when we are willing to also be adaptable, flexible, and realise that change is always happening. It's happening to us, it's happening around us. And so my arms here are scanning the surface of the earth. When I come to the centre, I change. The other hand behind my back has the palm facing out and the back of the hand against my lower back. It's quite a comfortable spot to rest your hand. This form, called rotating earth, can become very fluid. It's a very cyclical, non-linear type of movement. And I invite you to have a play with it. Play with every form. Find what is just right for you and back into Wuji, limitless stance. Going to come up now and take an oar off the shelf and begin to row. This is again a very circular, cyclical form. It is continuous. If you would prefer not to go up on your toes, that is absolutely fine. Going up on our toes just adds a measure of balance to this form. And the yang is the pulling down from the sky. The yin is the rotating back up. Again, it can be really helpful to differentiate the pressure for yin and yang. The yang is powerful, determined, with a measure of force. The yin is very soothing and protective, cool and not forceful. Back into Wuji, back into just feeling the energy and taking a big breath, a cleansing breath. I'm going to bring my arms out now. I'm balancing a rainbow here. And I can almost see it between my two hands, arching over my head. And I hold the rainbow, I exhale and dip towards one side, come back to center, exhale and dip. You can try a wider stance for this. You may be able to go way further down than I can. I'm staying very much within my own personal bodily parameters. And we're all very different. And one side of the body will be more pliable and more flexible than the other. And that's each of our reality. There's 8 billion different bodies out there. I'm coming back now into Wuji, just taking a moment here, exhaling. I even like to have a great big sigh in between forms just to release some of that tension and energy. I'm going to form this Dhyana Mudra here. The palms are up, I lay them one upon the other and I connect the thumbs. I'm going to bring this mudra to the heart. Breathe in here. I'm going to take it to the sky. Extend it up and then release my breath and create a circle in front of the body. So much of Qi Gong and Tai Chi, in fact, is circular. It's not straight up and down. And so here I'm imagining that I'm having this opportunity to scoop the energy from the sky and from the earth and place it in the heart, or in my body, in the Tai Chi axis. This can be as large or as small as you want and need. It should not create any stress whatsoever. Come back into Wuji. Relax into this limitless nothing purpose. And I'm feeling the Qi inside my skin here, taking a big breath. I'm going to move to a beautiful form with a wider stance that really demonstrates so beautifully the difference between yin and yang and the importance of both. Opposites yet very complementary. So I'll take you through this form just as I finish this one. We exhale down, we pick up with crossed arms, Qi. We take it up to the sky, we uncross the arms and make a really strong yang pose here, dropping the hips, and then yin folding into the body and releasing down to begin again. Take your time. If you prefer to take a full breath at the bottom here, there's that yang, determined, strong, decisive pose. If you prefer to take a full breath at the bottom, go ahead. Qigong is all about adapting to your needs. Very yin when I cross the arms across the body. Very yang when I open them up and lower the hips. And down. Crossing, yin here, tender, soothing, yang here, decisive, dynamic, active. I'm going to come in here. To finish here, I love to just hang, and again, I invite you to do that to whatever level is right for you. I have a lower back, a fragile lower back, so I'm super careful. My knees are very soft. I'm never going to put myself in a position where my lower back hurts, and I want to really advise you to do the same. Coming up very slowly here. The final, I come up on an inhalation in a very yin way, and my final movement is to raise my eye level again. And I'm going to take a big deep breath and an exhalation in this Wuji form. Touching heaven here, heaven and earth. I use heaven, the term heaven, very lightly. The earth and the sky, we exist between these two vast sources of energy. And I'm just breathing here and feeling myself as one with these vast bodies, a conduit through which energy can flow. And then this beautiful form just rotates from side to side. We change the hands each side and connect with heaven and earth. Bending the knee as I change, I come to a cross, bring the arms in, and then the lower hand goes low, the higher hand goes high. And so when I bring that high hand down, I make sure that it is lower than the other. So just following one hand here, my left hand has gone up to the sky, I come down, and it is the lower hand as I bring the two arms in around my body so that it knows to go low. Beautiful philosophy through all Indigenous traditions is that we are one with nature. We are not separate from nature, we are nature. And together with all other elements, we are one. A deep interconnectedness, a deep interbeing. Moving now to a really favourite Qi Gong form for me, inner nature, flow. We start with the Qi ball here. We're caressing it, shaping it, feeling the Qi, feeling the energy between our open palms. And then pushing gently away. That is the yang. The yin is the rising up. Yang is coming back down to the center. So this is 3 full breaths. Inhalation here, exhalation as we sweep away the earth. Inhalation as we draw energy up. Exhalation as we let go of anything we don't need. Inhalation as we allow the wrists to float up. Exhalation as the arms come down. 3 beautiful full breaths, helping us to explore our inner nature, the quality of our energy inside our skin. Sometimes on a really busy day, I get towards the end of the day and I realise I haven't had an opportunity to do a really full practice, so I've been known to do this beautiful form just before I get into bed. The last thing I do for the day. Could also be a beautiful way to start the day. Pushing away is very yang, very dynamic. Floating up is very yin. Radiating down is yang. I'm going to bring my feet in a little bit here. I'm going to feel the Qi go inside my skin. Take a deep breath, a big exhalation. My feet are firmly planted, my knees are soft, my arms are long and loose, my joints are relaxed, my spine is noble and dignified. Let's step on clouds. Always so valuable to have some balance forms in each Qi practice. The balance here requires a single-minded focus, which is a great mindful activity to do anyway. My focus here is on the planted foot. I'm imagining a taproot going down into the earth. You can vary any balance form, just play with it. Again, Qigong is playful and creative. It's quite different. It's not a martial art, so It's quite different from traditional practices that perhaps require us to do exactly what is prescribed. Qigong is actually very freeing, and of course this is a modern form of contemporary Qigong that I practice and that I share, but allow yourself to feel free. We actually don't have a lot of opportunities in life to feel really free in our bodies. From here, I'm just drawing out the Qi. Again, it's a balance, as if it's some kind of elastic, malleable, flexible, adaptable substance. And I draw it out, and then I'm lifting the foot of the lower hand. Come back to the heart, I draw it out, lift the foot of the lower hand. I feel like this is a very elastic, organic substance almost, that it's up to me to decide how I share it, who I share it with, where I focus my attention, where I decide to conserve my energy and store it and save it, and make sure that where I do place my attention, that's where I want my energy to flow. So, coming to the end of the practice here, I'm drawing down a prism of light here into the lower dantian and back into bamboo in the wind. Breathing up through the soles of our feet to the crown of our head and exhaling back into the earth. You might even give this breath a colour and see it flowing up through the entire body. Let's close the Qi gates. The inhalation up is light and floating. The exhalation down is dynamic and decisive. Sealing in this energy supply. Any kind of inner practice can give us this incredible sense of calm. We always bow to finish a bow of gratitude. And so I just love to remind people that as you move back into the rest of your day, back into the external world, the external world doesn't really care that you've taken time to cultivate an inner energy supply, an inner calm. So just do so with that in mind. Go gently back into whatever activities you're doing next. I hope you've enjoyed this late summer, early autumn practice of Heliotropia Qi Gong.